Well, hello everyone. So I've been a little busy. I've been working on some stuff. I have found out, like, if you look in the top corner here and you see a little distortion, is because whenever I move, it's just the way the phone acts. So I'm gonna see about getting a better camera, but I gotta build doors first. So I'm starting to get a couple things decorated here for no reason at all, other than the fact that I'm just bored. I did finish the door 100%. All that's left is to install it. Here's the frame. There's the door. It is upside down, so no, that's not how it normally looks. I got, this is how much I cut off, about like 2.5 inches or so. So one thing I found out though, now take in mind originally this was like a over $2,000 door. It has a little speakeasy. I took it all apart, took all the plastic off, and touched up a couple of little scrapes I saw, but can't wait to get that in. But on the bottom, they had a couple little, like, literal staples for holding paper, holding the sweep on, a little string of glue, and they didn't even seal the bottom. This thing would have rotted out in a heartbeat. I mean, you got a big old gap there where, water and moisture could get in. So after cutting it, you have the dowels that hold this. This is all glued together. So what I did is I screwed like a Craig screw and put that in. So these two pieces are joined, even though this isn't glued in anymore. Completely sealed it, painted it, and then put the sweep on. I mean, that's how you build a door. So I don't know if you can tell, but there's a little bit of gray right there. That's where I painted it gray. So, but all in all, door came out perfect. Everything's ready to go. Currently building more doors. I sold 4 more doors for a little over $1,000. I sold 2 for $250, 1 for $200, and 1 for $400. Oh, and I've been cleaning too. So the shoe racks that are for sale, I ended up folding them up and moving them here. Man, that saved a lot of room. This is going in the back. These are going in the back. These are all door building parts. And this last little bit of stuff in here is going to be coming out. I just want to clear the walkway. Basically, all the doors I pulled out to build right there, I'm going to put back in the racks. So I got like 3 or 4 buckets of like half trim and cutoffs and scraps that, I don't know if I'll need, but I kind of want to have them instead of throwing away and then, needing a half piece for like the top of a door and having to buy a whole nother piece. So I'm probably going to take these, and once everything's said and done, they're going to be kind of in this area, because I think I got like, 4 trash cans full of scrap pieces, and I use them for whenever I'm, need a little piece here just to nail something together, kind of like my trailer here. So I used some scrap pieces and just screwed it together, and it holds all the wood, so I don't have to worry about tying it down. So, but yeah, this wood is going to the bad box. It's going in. Everything here except for my diamond plate aluminum, all this has to either be unscrewed, or there's like all this is getting ripped down for door filler. The pegboard, I'm gonna put all that in a pile and maybe sell it. So, and then I got 3 pieces of this which belong to the landlord, so that's going back to him. But all this has to be touched one more time before I put it in the bad box. At the end of the video, I'm going to tell you a story about this, because it also involves the month of mayhem. It involves a lot of stuff going on. This kind of finalized the decision for me. Tore down the rack. So this table here is getting built. I'm going to use it because it's solid. I'm going to use it to put inserts on, and then like put the inserts into the doors, because I've been using the little plastic tables, these things here, and they're so wavy that it's hard to get the screws to line up. So I'm going to build that table, put it on wheels. I'm going to build basically a frame underneath it and get it on wheels, so I'll have that. And then I'm going to have a 4x8 sheet. I think this is the one I picked out here. This one is going to be a build table that's going to be on wheels, so that way I can roll it in and out of here. And the main goal is this is going to be cleaned up a little bit, but all this is going to be all the glass that I have, and this is where it's all going to go. Now this wall here is going to be door building parts. Now over there I got a bunch of door jams. I am not going to be moving all these door jams back there, but I did kind of throw them over here. I am going to go through. I'm going to pick out jams for left hand, right hand, and I'm going to have enough to do like 5 doors of each style, because you know, some are for steel, some are for fiberglass doors, some are universal, like these right here. These are universal, you can use them on whatever you want. I got PVC jambs. So I'm gonna be going through here. These are gonna stay, but I'm gonna pick out like 5 of each type of door, and I'm gonna put them over here. So that way, every single door, I don't have to go through and sort through and find it. I'm just gonna spend like 1 hour and just kind of go through it and kind of make a little rack here, which all this is gonna be done by next week, okay? So, but I'm gonna build like a little mini rack. It's basically gonna be a 2x4 on the wall with some little pieces of scrap wood sticking out. And that way I could just slide stuff in, kind of like what they have at Lowe's and Home Depot to hold trim, except I'm gonna make it myself. So, but all this right here, this wall is gonna be lined up for theatricals, thresholds, little, you know, door bits and bobs that I need to build. And then the big table is gonna be here. The glass tables that are, this one here, which will probably be built tonight, is going to be set up over there. And then all the tools and hinges and all the stuff's going to be here. That little cubby is going to be like, you know, tools I don't use very often, kind of like the clamps. But all this stuff, you know, like I said, probably by next weekend, all this little detail, fine detailing, all that's going to be done. So a lot of this is going to be like all this wood here. So when I install a door, sometimes there's a lot of extra room in between the door and the wall. And I like I'll rip this down in little strips, and some of it's 3/4, some of it's 1/2 inch. So I use it to fill if there's a big gap so that it tightens everything up. So like some of this here is for the shelving. I just never put it in. All the pegboard, I'm gonna, you know, put together a pile of that and probably list it on Marketplace. So, you know, oh, and I'm gonna sell my air compressor too. But all this stuff, well, actually, you know what? I take that back. I can't sell it until after the month of Mayhem. I almost messed up there. So anyways, this wall here is going to be, once I get this, all this will be done tomorrow. But I'm gonna get this cleared off, get this stuff out of here, like all the wheels and all that stuff, all the furniture dollies, all that's gonna go to storage. So this is gonna be cleared off. I also helped out my neighbor, and we're doing not my neighbor, my landlord, and we're doing a little project out here. So as you can tell, it's very open now. All the fence has been torn down, all this stuff's been cleaned up. We moved all this stuff over here. He helped me with the plywood, I helped him with this. I gotta go in here. I don't know how well it's gonna be lit. I actually made like 3 videos today, and I kept doing stuff, so I figured I'd wait till I'm done. Yeah, I don't know if y'all gonna see anything in here, but all this little stuff, this is all, nope, y'all can't see anything. So all this right here is like paint and spray paint and, you know, just little like oils and like stuff that I don't want to catch fire inside the shop. But I'm gonna clean all this out tomorrow. Well, I got a girl that may come and help me tomorrow, but if she don't show up, then he's gonna demo this whole entire thing here, and he's building from all the way to the edge, and he's gonna come out to like right about here. So he's building a big workshop, and I'm gonna build a double door for it, but I'm gonna have this like little side over here, and then he's gonna have all the rest for, you know, storing all this stuff out here. But so I'm gonna get that cleaned out tomorrow, because he's gonna have some guys come over here on Saturday. I'm also selling the glass rack. So, but all this stuff here and stuff inside, like all the metal's gonna go onto the trailer, since that's a sore subject right there. I want to see if I can hire another welder to fix the Copeland's welding crap. By the way, Copeland welding, I did not realize how much they screwed me over. So they may be good for other people, but I will never recommend them. And I'll tell everybody how shitty of a job they did on my trailer. But enough negativity. So pretty much y'all see what's going on. Everything's going really well. While the clothes are washing and drying, I'm gonna go ahead and build that one table and get everything set up and try to use some of the wheels that are here. And then I'm gonna build that, try to at least build the frame for the 4x8 table. because I've been using these, which is fine. I mean, they do work. But I've been using these rolling tables here, which the small one is for, you know, the tools, and this is the one that I've been using on building doors. But this is 36 wide, and when you build a door, it ends up being 37.5. So, you know, I have to like build one side and then slide it and build the other. So just having a big table makes everything easier. So, but by end of business tomorrow, all the plywood should be out of here, cut, ripped, gone. The back room is going to be emptied. That's what these carts are for, and I'll probably bring a couple totes. I may have to set up some more tables. So this is going to get filled up a little bit by the stuff that's out there, but that's going to go to storage or be thrown away. It'll all be figured out by tomorrow. So, yeah. All right. So now that all that's done, you see the progress that's been done at the warehouse. You kind of see where it's going to be. Let me tell you about the month of mayhem. If you don't know, for the past 2, maybe 3 years, in the month of May, I do something that is really out of character for me, and it's really opened up my mind and opened up aspects, but I do things that would be considered not normal parts of, you know, things to do in society. You know, so for 1 month, I'll try out something new that I've always kind of wondered about, or, you know, like I think the first year for the month of mayhem, I wore skirts every single day for the whole entire month. I think the following year, I forgot what I did the following year. I don't know. And then just as a little bonus thing, last December, for the entire month of December, and y'all may have noticed it in some of the videos, but I wore heels every single day. You know, not like stilettos or nothing like that, but just, you know, something that had a heel on it, heeled boots, you know, something that's basically like a cowboy boot or a little bit bigger. So, but everywhere I went, regardless, every single day, I had to leave the house and come back in the house in heels. So, but that's something that I always do just to see how people react, to see what happens, you know. So this year, for month of mayhem, well, let me back up 1 second before I get into the whole what I'm doing this time, or should be able to do. So for a while, in fact, this morning, I went and test drove the 2025 Mazda Miata RF, because I'm looking for something to have some fun in, because I hate my life. I don't like where I'm at in my life. That's why all this fire and passion has been coming up and trying to get rid of all this stuff. So, you know, I've been looking at sand rails. I've been looking at, I went on eBay and was looking up some, you know, like some early 90s lowriders, because I used to build, you know, cars back in the day, and I worked with the custom car shop while I was in the Marine Corps and did a lot of stuff, you know, and I always wanted to build this one thing that was in my head, and I never really got around to building it. My Dakota, for a series of events, went really south, and it never got to be able to be finished, you know. Partly because I was a dumb kid and kept doing everything the wrong way. So anyways, I've been looking for a toy to have some fun in. I've been looking at sand rails, at lowriders, you know. So, and I know I got the unicorn van to build, but that's not a toy. That's something to go work in. So I came up with the idea of building a lowrider pickup truck, and went on eBay to price them, and they're like, you know, $20,000-$30,000 for a moderate lowrider. And I went and watched the movie Rad with the cart, you know, the guys on the bicycles, and they had the little red S15 Jimmy that the girl, you know, through the parade. And I was like, a Jimmy. My mom used to have a Jimmy. You know, that would be badass to have a Jimmy. I went and priced one. The cheapest one was like $23,000 for it running, driving, you know, not all beat up. So I was like, well, shit, what do I do? I think you guys already know. I got a big ass Jimmy right here. This is not Hoochie Mama. This is Chaos. Chaos is not beat all the hell. It does have some issues with the hood, which all of them do. It doesn't have a bunch of dents in it. So I decided for the month of mayhem, and I've already priced some things, and it is something I can afford. I was going to lower it. Let me get back in the light where y'all can see a little bit of shit. But I was going to lower it. This does have bad ball joints that need to be fixed. And I looked at some lowering kits that would replace the upper and lower control arms. If you don't know about any of this stuff, don't worry about it. it's parts that have to be done anyway. So I was thinking I can buy a lowering kit that replaces the stuff anyways. Turns out that's a crappy lowering kit, the only one that makes it. So I was sitting there thinking, okay, I could fix this stuff and buy the lowering kit and buy the rims and tires. And I was thinking, wait a minute, if I don't lower it, because, you know, I'm old and, you know, partially broken, I don't need to be beat the hell up in a lowrider. So if I don't lower it, I could buy bigger rims and tires and kind of fill the wheel wells with bigger rims and tires. So anyways, that's what I kind of decided on. And I'm going to do I used to build custom sound systems. I built, you know, subwoofer enclosures and everything else. And I was like, you know, I kind of want to do something, have a little bit of sound system, nothing too crazy, but do a really insane paint job. And it has to do with kind of like a droplet effect, or maybe even a bowling ball, because I know how to do bowling ball paint jobs. But I was kind of thinking about doing it to where the paint is on the front and it's kind of like dripping back to the back. And it'll be like, you know, instead of flames, it'll be like bubbles or drips. So, and that was what I wanted to do on my old Dakota. Never really happened, you know, again, long story. So I decided, you know what? And now that I have some room, I can put some plastic down, which I got a bunch of plastic, and make me a little spray booth right here. Paint the truck right here. Because by May, I should have, I mean, it's got to go in, have the work done on it, you know, the suspension work first. It does have, I think the rings are going bad in the engine, which isn't the end of the world. It just means I got to constantly put oil in it. And I got a shop that's going to do a compression test to see if it's just one or more. And I'm going to talk to some people between now and then about either getting a new engine or refreshing the one that's here, or just saying screw it and just ride it until it blows up. But the paint jobs, I already kind of did a little bit of pricing at Finish Masters. It's going to be in between $700 and $900 for the paint. And yes, I know how to paint a car. The interior, I'm all going to build out of diamond plate because I got it, and plywood. And then this right here is micro density fiberboard, MDF. And it wasn't until I found this wood here. This is what you build subwoofer enclosures out of. And I even have some more that I already loaded in the truck that's going into the box truck. But when I saw this, I was like, there's the wood I need to build the subwoofer box. So yeah, that's done. I can only build one box out of this. But it's going to be a pretty good size box. It's probably either going to be 4 12s or 2 15s, but I haven't priced subwoofers. I don't even know if they make 15s anymore, but I'll probably do like 4 12s, 2 12s, 2 15s, something. I already have the amps. I already have the head units, and I am going to take it over to Daddy-O's and have them just do all the wiring, all the installation of the speakers and the doors, and, you know, all the stuff to where my back just won't let me get underneath the dash anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and pay them to wire up all the components, but then leave the subwoofer wires out to where I'm going to build the box and I'm going to do the rest of the interior. I do have to redo the front seats in Chaos because they're like the fake leather and they're all rotted and the foam's coming out. So I'm either going to go to the junkyard and find some cloth seats that are the same color, or I got a friend of mine who does custom interiors. I'm kind of scared of what he's going to charge because he's kind of old and don't want to do it anymore, kind of like me. Except instead of going really cheap to get rid of everything, he went really expensive so no one actually calls on him. So he's a great guy, but I'm going to talk to him about he's done almost every vehicle I've ever owned as far as the interior. So, but all I want him to do is the seats, and I'm going to do some old ghetto crap that I did back in the day. I helped hook up one of my cousin's cars, and I mean, it's going to be fabric. It's going to be, you know, thin plywood and glue, you know. I mean, it's going to be, but it's going to look good. So, but yeah, it's going to be something different, but I'm going to try to do a 1 month build. You know, of course, the suspension and, you know, hopefully the seats will already be started, and, you know, and I'm going to have the stereo system pre-wired, but you know, like the stuff that I have to do, painting the box, you know, all that kind of stuff, I want to have all that to where I could do it all in 1 month. So, but the plan is between now and May, build as many doors as I can, sell as many doors as I can, get this place cleaned up. There is enough room for me to pull the truck in and get it here, and I can rig up a little spray booth and done. So that is right now tentatively the plan for the month of Mayhem, is to build a custom show truck and then see if I can get it in a show and win a trophy. So, in fact, just so y'all know, I'm gonna tell you, the only trophies I've ever won in my life wasn't for sports, wasn't for academic achievement, it wasn't even for perfect attendance. The only trophies I've ever won is for cars that I've built. So, plus I think it'd be cool content for YouTube for 1 month, is to actually, you know, in 1 month, an old fat 50-year-old who hasn't built a car since 1996 builds a car. If you think that's a good idea, y'all got to give me some likes and some comments and all that kind of stuff on this particular video. Show me that someone's out there actually listening, because I don't get nobody commenting, nobody talking shit, nothing. So, but in the meantime, it's doors. That's all it is doors, doors, and only doors. So, but anyways, thank you very much for watching. This ended up being a long video. I will ask that, you know, I got a couple of family members going through a lot of stuff right now. If you can, I've never asked in 1,000 videos for this, but if you can put out some good prayers and some good thoughts. But I got, you know, 2 family members that's really struggling. I'm trying to help them out how I know how to help them, but there's not much I can do. But, you know, maybe prayer will help. But, yeah, just kind of put a little piece in the universe for whatever religion you believe, and just give them some good thoughts, and hopefully some good things will come out. But they're in a unique part of their life, and they're just trying to figure out their path right now. So for all that being said, thank you very much for watching. Peace, love, money. I'm out.